Hello, you're watching this because you have probably shown some interest in being a Meteorologist Mark Weather Watcher. We'll be using the hashtag MMWW for Meteorologist Mark Weather Watcher. This is a very valuable service that you'll be providing for the Cumberland Plateau region with all of our mini microclimates, and all the weather that's going on in your neck of the woods may not be going on in the rest of our neck of the woods, so it can be very, very helpful for myself, the National Weather Service, and our county EMAs. So what do you need? Thermometer and a rain gauge and a willingness to do it. It can be any thermometer, it can be any rain gauge, and as we go along, I'll show you how to set those up. So the thermometer, again, doesn't matter what kind. It can be the simplest or the most sophisticated. Ideally, it would be placed 5 feet off the ground in an open area that is not exposed to direct sunlight, preferably over a grassy area. Ideally, the thermometer should be at least 30 feet distance from any trees, bushes, buildings, or the like, and be at least 10 feet from any concrete or asphalt. And I would say that's probably the most important point of all, be at least 10 feet from any concrete or asphalt. Thermometers with the more sophisticated home weather stations work best, but are not required for this. So again, any thermometer will do. Just make sure that it's in a good spot where it's getting an accurate reading of the temperature. And regardless of where your thermometer is now, if you've noticed that it's keeping a good temperature that's comparable to the rest of the area, then just stick with where it's at. Rain gauge, again, doesn't matter what kind. Gauges can be placed near the thermometer. The gauge should be on level ground, and it should be level itself. Ideally, the gauge should be in a rather open area. Make sure the gauge isn't near any roofing or any other hard surface where water could splash and compromise your data. For snow and ice, I'll be doing another one of these as we get closer to the wintertime season, but just to kind of give you kind of a preview, you always measure snow in 3 different level locations. You take that total, divide it by 3, and then that gives you your average. So that's your snowfall average for your location. Always measure ice with a ruler. So you always go out there with that ruler. Tree limbs work great, and we can see that ice accretion on the limb, and we can know just exactly how much ice you have. Making reports, I'll show you what I'm talking about here in just a moment, but a new spreadsheet will be created for each event. Record data as you wish. You can fill in once during the event, or you can fill in 20 times during the event. It's up to you. Afterwards, the spreadsheet will be saved and stored on a link under MM Weather Watchers at meteorologistmark.com. And I'm sure this will all evolve with time. So let's just roll with it, and we'll see how it all goes. I think it's going to be a wonderful thing, and I'm so very excited. So your basic info, when you go in there, you'll see a tab on that spreadsheet along the bottom that says Weather Station Data. So I'll assign you your station ID, so don't worry about that. But I do need to know your community, the county, the elevation if you know it or can figure that out. And then if you're in Cumberland County, I need to know your miles from Crossville. If you're in Fentress County, your miles from Jamestown. Overton County, your miles from Livingston. Just tell me how far you are away from those cities. And I know it doesn't mention it there here in this particular one, but telling me how many miles you are, I'll try to go in there and change that here in a minute, but tell me your direction from that city would be helpful as well. For instance, I live in Rennie, which is in northern Cumberland County, so I would say I live 10 miles north of Crossville, so I'd be at 10 north, and so on. Recording data, so for this particular event was July 20th, so I highlighted that first box there in green. That's because it was a flood event. For other events, I'll shade different colors, but you just need to be concerned with, the date, the owner, which is you, the community, the station ID, which I will assign you, the time you took the measurement, and then the temperature, rainfall amount, hail size if you've had any, wind damage if you have any, and then additional notes. So those additional notes is your opportunity to share with me something that you think I should know about. For winter weather, and again, we'll do another one of these as we get closer to the winter time, but just a little bit more information: precip type, snowfall, ice depth, road conditions, do you have any wind damage, and then again, those additional notes for any additional information. So just basic weather spotting in case you want to let me know that you think you might have seen a funnel cloud or that you think something's going on that I need to know about. Those 2 pictures there on the left, not tornadoes. They sure look like it though, don't they? The one on the right, that's a tornado. Tornadoes have to be spinning. As long as those clouds are spinning, then you have a tornado. But if they're not spinning, it's not a tornado. Severe thunderstorms are winds with 58 miles per hour or 58 miles per hour or greater, hail 1 inch in diameter or larger, and you measure that hail with a ruler or you compare it to money. Quarter size, penny size, nickel size, dime size. We all know what money looks like. We know the measurement of that. If you say it's the size of eggs, we don't know what in the world is chicken egg, duck egg. So marbles, is it the big marbles, the little marbles? We all know what money looks like. Lightning does not count toward a severe thunderstorm definition. But if you are experiencing especially frequent lightning that you think is unusual enough that you need to report it, put it on the spreadsheet. Tornado, if you see the clouds rotating, definitely report that. Debris in the air, definitely report that, or a green sky. Please be sure and report any damaging straight line winds. Those winds can be just as dangerous as weak tornadoes. Final notes, I'll email you for specific weather events, so stay tuned with your email. This is mainly for specific weather events in which we are all weather aware. Feel free to text or email me anytime if there's something you think I should know about, especially if it's something you think I need to know about urgently. Shoot me a text. Keep in mind the National Weather Service has access to the data sheet and can see whatever you put in there in real time. My email is meteorologistmark@gmail.com. Phone number 931-248-1476. Text or call. Facebook Messenger is also a good way of reaching me. And again, keep a check on those emails and special calls to action in the blog under the local weather concerns section. You'll see a little blurb in there that tells you about some special calls to action I may have for you. So thank you very much. I just want you all to have fun with this and know that that while this is super cool, it's also super valuable. It's going to be valuable to the Weather Service. It's going to be valuable to county EMAs. It's going to be valuable to me. So, which in turn can be valuable to a lot of other folks. So let's just have fun with it and let's just record some good weather data on this crazy plateau. And you all stay tuned for more information to come on down the road. Thank you very much.